So these are little shampoos from that hotel that I was making videos about. And let me show you this. Here is one that this is their little shampoos that they were giving out. I've never seen them like this before anywhere other than there. And actually when I saw these, I was like kind of fascinated by them. I was like, oh, I want to buy these and take them out to this party that I'm going to where there's going to be a bunch of hippies. And, but anyways, I didn't do that, but, so this is one that hasn't been opened yet. Okay. But check these ones out and see how thick this one is. All right. But check this out. See, it's real thin. There's barely anything in it. And you can see that it was actually opened before and that they refilled it and then resealed the side there. So this is a little shampoo thing that someone else has already used in the shower or that multiple people have had in the shower with them. And it was opened and it was used and it was discarded. And then the people who worked there, they would go get this trash and they would refill it with some soaps. It almost looks like you could see what soap is in there. All right, here's another one. You can tell it's definitely not as fat as the one, the original. You can see the difference pretty clearly. And then here, you can see that they've done the same thing with this one. Here's another one, same thing. Here's the side that's unopened. It was unopened, and you can tell pretty clear that nothing happened there. For some reason, people, I guess, aren't always just tearing down right here. Maybe they're tearing down here instead. These could have also been maybe you might be able to go through that hotel and to find these and to see that there isn't one of them that's been opened up on the side. They could have specifically placed these in my room just for me. You know what I'm saying? But I'd kind of like to squish some of the soaps out in a way to like show you there's probably a difference. Like that there's probably a difference from, like, where's it at? Like this is the one that's been unopened. This is the one that's unopened. I can almost guarantee you that the conditioning shampoo that I take out of this is going to be a different color and maybe even a completely different substance than what I'm going to pull out of these. And just the fact that someone put this together to be shampoo when really there's not really a whole lot in it. You might be able to, I'm feeling what's actually in there. You might be able to get your hair washed with that little bit that's in there, or you might be able to wash a child's hair, But I just think that it's really gross. And I do walk into hotels a lot of the time, and there will be their little shampoos and conditioners that are half full that no one bothered throwing away, or even shampoos and conditioners that look like more have been added to them. And honestly, and I've also heard about them taking the hotel soaps and sending them all back where they're all remelted down into soaps and sent back to us. I don't know about all that, but I do honestly think that refilling shampoo and conditioner bottles like that, instead of just throwing these packages away, I think that refilling them is disgusting. You guys can argue with me that shampoo can't be disgusting, but I think that reusing packaging that has been in the shower with lots of other people, that, you know, that is disgusting. Especially if it's packaging that's gone through years and years, and you guys are just taking it and refilling it and reclosing it over and over. I mean, I'm not sure how many times you can actually pull that off with these, but, you know, for all I know, you can do it 10 times before they begin to be bad. I don't know, but I think it's gross. I think it's cheap. If you can't afford things like shampoo, conditioner, soaps at your hotel, you probably shouldn't run the hotel. You're probably embezzling your funds in some way. You're probably not budgeting properly. If you can't order fresh